In 2010, a former Ku Klux Klan member, recently released from prison, conceives a new, infamous idea. Envisioning a predominantly white world, he establishes a revamped version of the Klan, now masquerading as a motorcycle club called the Sadistic Souls Motorcycle Club. Initially, the name raises eyebrows with its mix of mischief and intrigue, particularly among established biker clubs. However, unbeknownst to others, this club is not your typical motorcycle gang. Its members aren't solely focused on drugs and territorial disputes like many other clubs. They transcend the stereotypical image of leather-clad road warriors, harboring deep-seated racism and white supremacist beliefs. Their mission is clear. They're determined to prove the imminent threat to the white race's existence. Curious about their rise to prominence? Allow me to share their story. Prepare for a gripping journey. The saga of the Sadistic Souls Motorcycle Club commences with its founder, Dennis Michael McGiffin, a former Ku Klux Klan member. McGiffin's personal narrative intertwines closely with that of the club, and suffice it to say, his background is far from ordinary. The Ku Klux Klan, a historical American white supremacist group and far-right terrorist organization, lured McGiffin in during his youth due to his inquisitive nature. By his mid-30s, he had risen to the rank of Grand Dragon within the Klan. However, he soon grew disillusioned, finding the organization's leadership to be outdated and feeble. Thus began a series of bold decisions that would shape the course of his life. With a group of like-minded individuals, McGiffin breaks away from the Ku Klux Klan to establish his racially driven club, the New Order, during the mid-90s, a time marked by technological advancements and a surge in organized crime. Viewing their group as a modern incarnation of the extremist white supremacist faction, the Order, featured in the novel The Turner Diaries, McGiffin and his cohorts envision themselves as warriors against the government, echoing the book's narrative of FBI headquarters destruction and nuclear attacks on Israel. Questioning why such scenarios should remain fiction, they contemplate initiating a race war, armed with a meticulously crafted strategy. However, the realization of their plans is halted when they are arrested in February 1998. Following a series of raids, authorities seize explosives, firearms, and detailed plans outlining their intentions to contaminate a major water supply with cyanide as a diversion, while executing bombings and high-profile assassinations in Alabama and Los Angeles. For the first time, the world becomes familiar with McGiffin's name, which would continue to feature prominently in headlines well into the 21st century. In court, they are convicted on federal weapons charges and sentenced to 7 years in prison. Yet, far from marking the end of McGiffin's criminal notoriety, this episode signals only the beginning of his tumultuous journey. The Sadistic Souls Motorcycle Club transcends the typical biker gathering, embodying a narrative of brotherhood and shared allegiance to distinct moral principles. The wheels of its story begin turning upon McGiffin's release from a 6-year prison term in 2004. Though he endeavors to rebuild connections, his parole status limits his actions. By 2010, upon gaining full freedom, he opts to exchange his prison garb for leather attire, initiating the reconstruction of the Sadistic Souls MC and commencing member recruitment. However, entry isn't granted to just any motorcycle enthusiast. McGiffin aims for a club more formidable than the average. With a strict black and silver dress code and devoted members willing to make ultimate sacrifices, their journey unfolds. Their vision extends beyond ordinary motorcycle clubs, aspiring to establish a militant arm of the Aryan nations. After 2 years of effort, McGiffin achieves his goal in July 2012 as the Sadistic Souls merge with Aryan nations, forming the notorious neo-Nazi group, the Aryan Nations Sadistic Souls Motorcycle Club. Transitioning from the Ku Klux Klan to prison and then leading a band of bikers, McGiffin resists further changes. Yet, when the Louisiana-based Aryan Nations faction, led by the controversial figure Morris Gullett, proposes to head the new coalition, tensions arise. McGiffin, confident in his Klan experience, challenges Gullett's authority. Despite their alliance, discord emerges as Gullett perceives divergent agendas. McGiffin's ambitious approach leads to frequent encounters with law enforcement, jeopardizing the reputation he tirelessly cultivated. Consequently, less than 2 years into the partnership, the groups part ways amidst public disputes and chaotic exchanges, as McGiffin refuses to allow his hard-won reputation to be tarnished. Gullett derides the Sadistic Souls Motorcycle Club and its president as intoxicated individuals who promote racial mixing. He condemns their reckless conduct, particularly their habit of flaunting defiant gestures in social media posts. The tumultuous alliance between these two equally supremacist and racist groups meets a regrettable end in 2014. However, this isn't the conclusion of the Sadistic Souls' ambitious aspirations. Undeterred by the dissolution, McGiffin propels the club toward new horizons. Amidst the chaos following the demise of Aryan Nation's founding father, Richard Butler, in 2004, internal strife plagues the remnants of the organization. Once under Butler's unwavering leadership in the 90s, the Aryan Nations faced formidable challenges. However, following his passing, factions emerge, each vying for control and claiming legitimacy as his successor. In the aftermath of their separation from the Gullett-led Aryan Nations, the Sadistic Souls forge alliances with other racist entities, coalescing into the Black and Silver Solutions Coalition. Alongside the Aryan Nations, notable groups such as the United Klans of America, UKA, and the Creativity Movement join forces, collectively considered the closest successors to the original Aryan Nations. Yet, internal discord persists, with each faction viewing the others as unruly gangs, rather than upholders of Aryan Nation's founding principles. Despite the ongoing internal conflicts, McGiffin's Sadistic Souls find themselves at the heart of this tumultuous landscape, striving to assert their influence amidst the chaos. Prior to the 2016 Black and Silver Solutions Fall Conference in Scottsboro, Alabama, fresh allegations surface against the Sadistic Souls Motorcycle Club, posing a significant threat to the coalition they've painstakingly built over nearly 2 years. McGiffin and his club face accusations of engaging in rice mixing, a transgression that would have been considered treasonous during Richard Butler's tenure. Despite the absence of a clear protocol for punishment, the members face inevitable expulsion from the Sadistic Souls Club. Not even McGiffin's appointment of Butler's purported nephew as his international ambassador can shield them from this fate. Once again, McGiffin is forced to confront a conflict between two cherished aspects of his life. What will his decision be? Far from a simple dilemma, especially when considering that McGiffin's own son, a Black and Silver officer, has a multiracial child, effectively introducing diversity into the Black and Silver Solutions Coalition. Just when the Sadistic Souls believe they are sailing smoothly, McGiffin's actions threaten to jeopardize yet another partnership. In the lead-up to the group's 2016 Fall Conference, internal and external pressures mount against McGiffin. The discord begins with a Facebook post by esteemed club member Dave Bequette, accusing McGiffin of shielding his son from consequences for having an interracial child. It's a bitter pill for the club's founder and leader to swallow, prompting him to swiftly expel Bequette from the club. However, this is only the beginning of the turmoil. Adding insult to injury, McGiffin's half-brother, also a club member, exacerbates the situation with further accusations of racial mixing within their family. This isn't the first time such allegations have surfaced. During the acrimonious fallout between the Aryan Nations and the Sadistic Souls Motorcycle Club, evidence supporting these claims was provided by the Aryan Nations leader. Circulating Facebook photos of McGiffin's grandson and court documents related to paternity support, the leader intensifies the already heated debate. In his defense, McGiffin acknowledges that the concerns raised extend beyond his family. The Black and Silver solution also expresses apprehension about the Sadistic Souls MC new tendency, which, under his direction, now welcomes followers of all religions. This significant departure from the original rules, which permitted only Christians to join, undermines the ideological purity of the Black and Silver solution. Unable to reconcile conflicting views on rule changes, the Sadistic Souls and the Black and Silver solution sever ties, leaving the former to navigate its path independently once again. Despite facing a disproportionate share of challenges over 6 years, McGiffin and the Sadistic Souls are determined to ascend. Forced to restructure after allegations against McGiffin prompt a mass exodus, he finds solace in the remaining members who share his fervor. They actively recruit new members, albeit under revised guidelines. While membership remains exclusive to whites, religious beliefs are no longer a barrier. Prospective members now require a golden ticket and an endorsement from an existing member to gain entry, akin to a fight club but with a focus on extremism and racism rather than Hollywood glamour. Prioritizing growth and ideological dissemination over intergroup rivalries, the Sadistic Souls resolve to expand their influence globally. From the heartlands of America to the sun-drenched shores of Australia, McGiffin ensures the club's reach extends far and wide. Adorning themselves with neo-Nazi and white supremacist symbols such as SS bolts and swastikas, they transcend traditional biker territories to become a formidable presence in the world of motorcycle clubs.